in the heart of the vast Saharan desert, where the sand dunes rose like golden waves under the moonlit sky. A solitary traveler named Elyse trudged onward. Her journey had been long and arduous, a voyage of self-discovery that had led her away from bustling city lights to the serene embrace of the desert. She was a seeker of dreams, a wanderer in search of something she could not quite name. The vastness of the desert mirrored the expanse of her own heart, filled with uncharted territories and hidden desires. Elyse was a woman of quiet strength and introspection, with eyes that mirrored the depth of the night sky. She had always felt a deep connection to the stars, those distant luminaries that seemed to whisper secrets from the universe. Each night, as she rested beneath their glow, she would ponder the mysteries of her existence. What was her purpose? Why did she feel such a pull towards the unknown? As she walked, the desert wind played gently with her long, dark hair, and she wrapped her thin shawl tighter around her shoulders, seeking warmth in the cool night air. One evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon, Elyse found a spot atop a sand dune to rest. She settled there, her heart a quiet drum in the vast silence, and gazed up at the sky, which was now a canvas of twinkling stars. The desert, devoid of city lights, offered a breathtaking view of the heavens. It was there, under the cloak of night, that she saw it, a shooting star streaking across the sky with a luminous trail. In that fleeting moment, Elyse's heart swelled with a yearning so profound that she whispered her wish to the star. "Grant me a life filled with purpose and companionship," she murmured, her voice barely louder than the desert breeze. The star vanished as quickly as it had appeared, leaving Elyse with a sense of hopeful anticipation. She felt a stirring within her soul, as if the universe had shifted slightly to accommodate her desire. The next morning, Elyse awoke to the sun's gentle rays warming her face. As she stretched and prepared to continue her journey, she noticed something unusual. A small, weathered envelope nestled beside her makeshift bed in the sand. Her name was written on it, in elegant cursive, but there were no other markings to suggest who might have left it. With a mix of curiosity and trepidation, Elyse opened the envelope and unfolded the letter inside. It read, "Dearest Elyse, your wish has been heard. The path you seek is closer than you think, and those who will walk it with you are already on their way. Trust in the journey and let your heart guide you. The universe has a way of weaving magic into the threads of our lives when we least expect it. Yours sincerely, the star." Elyse's heart raced with both disbelief and excitement. The letter felt like a piece of a puzzle she hadn't known what she was trying to solve. How could this be possible? Was this some elaborate joke? Yet, deep down, a part of her wanted to believe that the universe had indeed listened to her whispered wish. The words resonated within her, igniting a flicker of hope that perhaps she was not as alone as she had thought. Determined to uncover the truth, Elyse continued her journey through the desert. The letter had imbued her with a renewed sense of purpose, and she found herself more attuned to the world around her. Each grain of sand, each whisper of wind seemed to carry a message just for her. As she walked, she began to notice the beauty in the little things, how the sunlight danced on the sand, the way the shadows shifted and changed, and how the distant mountains seemed to call out to her. Days turned into weeks as Elyse navigated the shifting sands, Along the way, she encountered a myriad of travelers, each with their own stories and dreams. A nomadic family, a wandering musician, a wise old woman who read fortunes in the patterns of the stars. Each meeting left an indelible mark on Elyse's heart. The nomadic family was warm and inviting, their laughter echoing through the canyons. They shared their food and stories of the lands they had traversed. The musician played haunting melodies that spoke of love and loss, filling the air with a bittersweet beauty. The old woman, with her weathered hands and wise gaze, told Elyse about the constellations, teaching her how to read the stars like an ancient map guiding her destiny. Elyse listened intently to their stories, sharing her own when asked, and discovered a sense of kinship she had never known before. It was as if the universe had conspired to bring them together, weaving their lives into a rich tapestry of shared experience. Each encounter felt like a thread in a grand design, connecting her to a larger purpose. One evening, as Elyse and her newfound companions traveled together, they stumbled upon an unexpected sight, an oasis shimmering like a mirage in the distance. The sight of palm trees and the promise of fresh water drew them in, their weary bodies eager for respite. As they approached, Elyse couldn't shake the feeling that this oasis was significant. It was unlike any she had seen before, with flowers in full bloom and birds singing a melodious tune. The air was filled with the sweet scent of jasmine, and the water sparkled like liquid silver under the moonlight. Gathering around the water's edge, the travelers shared stories of their dreams and aspirations. Elyse listened, her heart full as she realized that each person had come to this desert seeking something different, yet they had all found each other. They spoke of loves lost and found, of adventures undertaken and dreams deferred. For the first time in a long time, Elyse felt a sense of belonging. Here, beneath the stars, it was as if their souls had recognized one another. As the sun dipped below the horizon, casting a golden hue over the oasis, Elyse felt the weight of her solitude lift. She joined in their laughter, shared in their dreams, and for a brief moment, she felt whole. The oasis was not just a physical refuge. It was also a sanctuary for her spirit, a place where she could reflect on her journey and the people who now filled her life with light. As night fell, Elyse wandered away from the group, her thoughts a gentle swirl of wonder and gratitude. She found a quiet spot beneath a towering date palm and lay back, gazing up at the stars. It was then that she saw it again, a shooting star blazing a trail across the sky. With a smile, Elyse whispered her thanks to the star. She understood now that her wish had been granted, not in the way she had expected, but in a way that had brought her profound joy and fulfillment. The purpose and companionship she had longed for were not destinations, but the journey itself and the people who had become part of her life. She closed her eyes, feeling the gentle embrace of the desert and the warmth of the stars above. She drifted into a deep, contented sleep, her heart finally at home among the stars. In her dreams, the star spoke to her, its voice echoing like a distant lullaby. "Elyse, you are not alone. Trust in the magic that surrounds you. Each person you meet, each moment you experience, is woven into the fabric of your destiny. Embrace it, and you will find your true path." As the first light of dawn kissed the horizon, Elyse awoke to the sound of laughter and the smell of breakfast being prepared by the oasis. She joined her friends, her heart light and her spirit renewed. Together, they shared a meal and made plans for the next leg of their journey. As they ate, Elyse felt a sense of camaraderie blossoming among them. They exchanged stories of their dreams, aspirations, and fears, their hearts open and vulnerable. The old woman spoke of the lessons learned from the stars, imparting wisdom that resonated deeply with Elyse. The musician strummed his guitar, filling the air with melodies that seemed to lift their spirits. Elyse knew that she would continue to wander, for the world was vast and full of wonders yet to be discovered. But she also knew that she would never be alone, for she carried the magic of the star and the love of her companions with her wherever she went. The desert had taught her that wishes were not granted by stars alone, but by the courage to seek them and the willingness to embrace the unexpected paths that led to their fulfillment. With renewed determination, the group set out from the oasis, their spirits high and their hearts intertwined. They traveled through the sandy expanse, exploring hidden valleys and climbing rocky outcrops. Each day brought new adventures, from encounters with exotic wildlife to stargazing beneath the vast desert sky. Elyse began to take on a leadership role within the group, guiding them through the challenges they faced. She learned to read the landscape, using her intuition to find the best paths and the safest places to camp. Her confidence grew, and with it, her understanding of her own capabilities. As they journeyed, she realized that she was not searching for companionship. She was discovering her own strength and resilience. Along the way, they encountered a small village nestled against a rocky cliff. The villagers welcomed them with open arms, offering food and shelter. Elyse felt a kind of kinship with these people, who embraced her as their own. They shared stories around the fire, revealing the rich history of the land and the ties that bound them to the desert. Elyse listened intently, soaking in their wisdom and experiences. As they stayed in the village, Elyse learned of an upcoming festival, the Festival of Lights, which celebrated the arrival of the first full moon after the harvest. The villagers invited Elyse and her companions to partake in the festivities. Excitement bubbled within her, and she felt a sense of belonging that she had longed for throughout her journey. The night of the festival arrived, and the village transformed into a realm of magic. Colorful lanterns adorned the streets, casting a warm glow over the faces of the villagers. Laughter and music filled the air as people danced and celebrated the bounties of the earth. Elyse and her friends joined in, their spirits soaring as they twirled under the moonlit sky. Amidst the festivities, Elyse found herself drawn to a group of children who were crafting lanterns from paper and twine. They welcomed her eagerly, and together they created beautiful designs that reflected their dreams and wishes. With each lantern they crafted, Elyse felt a sense of joy and fulfillment. She realized that these connections, these moments of shared laughter and creativity, for what she had been searching for all along. As the night deepened, the villagers gathered by the river to release their lanterns into the water. Each lantern floated gracefully downstream, carrying the hopes and dreams of the community. Elyse joined them, her heart full as she released her own lantern, whispering a new wish into the night. As the days passed, Elyse's understanding of her journey deepened. She had sought companionship and purpose, but she also discovered the power of community, of shared experiences and collective dreams. It was a lesson that resonated within her. True fulfillment came not just from the pursuit of one's own desires, but from the connections forged along the way. When the time came to leave the village, Elyse felt a bittersweet pang in her heart. She had grown attached to the people and the land, but she also knew that her journey was far from over. Her companions had become her family, and together they set out once more, ready to face whatever the universe had in store. The days turned into months as they traversed the desert, each day a new adventure filled with discovery. They climbed mountains, crossed valleys, and navigated through the vast stretches of shifting sand. Elyse felt the weight of her past begin to lift as she embraced the present moment. She had found her purpose, not just in the wish she had made, but in the journey itself and the bonds she had formed. One starlit night, as they gathered around the campfire, Elyse shared her story with her companions, the whispered wish, the mysterious letter, and the path that had brought them together. They listened, enraptured by her tale, and in that moment, Elyse realized that she had become a part of something greater than herself. The fire crackled as she finished her story, and her companions shared their own tales, each one a thread in the tapestry of their shared journey. They spoke of dreams realized and dreams yet to come, of the magic they had encountered along the way. As the fire began to die down, Elyse gazed up at the night sky, her heart swelling with gratitude. The stars twinkled brightly above, a reminder of the wish she had made so long ago. She had found purpose and companionship, but more importantly, she had discovered herself. With a smile, she whispered a silent thank you to the star that had set her on this path. It had guided her through the darkness, illuminating the way forward. She understood now that the journey was not just about the destination, but about the experiences, the connections, and the love shared along the way. As the fire flickered and the desert wind whispered around them, Elyse felt a profound sense of peace. She knew that wherever her journey took her next, she would carry the magic of the desert, the light of the stars, and the love of her companions in her heart. The universe had indeed woven magic into her life, granting her wish in the most beautiful and unexpected ways. With a heart full of gratitude and hope, Elyse set out once more, ready to embrace whatever adventures awaited her. The desert, the stars, and the friends she had made were now a part of her story, a story of dreams, destiny, and the magic that lies within the heart of a wanderer. And so, with the promise of new beginnings shining brightly above, Elyse took a deep breath, feeling the warmth of the universe around her, and stepped forward into the unknown, ready to write the next chapter of her life.